How did I first get involved with peer mentoring? I attended a workshop.
I heard about it in a lecture and just immediately thought that would be a really amazing thing to do.
I was first a mentee in my first year.
When I was at school, I always struggled and so wanted to give back to other people and try and help.
And having had received the help that I needed, I felt the need to help others.
And I said, yes, please.
So I applied for it straight away.
And my expectations were just to be helped along. I'm not familiar with anything from the School of Education, so being partnered with someone who is familiar with the School of Education really would be beneficial either way for me.
I kind of expected to have it help me raise my grades a bit, having someone who had already previously done first year and understood how uni worked. They would be able to advise me in the right path, and it helped.
My only concern about being a peer mentor was the fact that if I had information given to me that I knew that I couldn't keep to myself, knowing the process of what to do.
I was concerned that I wouldn't be able to help and that I maybe wouldn't know where to signpost people to. But the training was really fantastic and in depth, and it really eased my nerves about that. And I thought actually I would be able to help someone.
I was concerned that because of my Asperger's syndrome, I wouldn't be very good at communicating, but I found that by taking part, I was able to practice my communication and my social skills. So it was a win-win.
When looking at my mental health, I was looking for a peer mentor that was capable of working alongside me. I wanted to find someone that was confident in what they knew, and I was put at ease when writing my assignments.
The only concern I had was I'd be partnered with someone that didn't have much experience, was in their first year, hadn't had a lot of time to get used to the School of Education themselves.
When I started to participate in peer mentoring, my mental health was low because I was struggling with referencing and essay structure. But now that I have a peer mentor, I'm able to message her and have a conversation with someone that's been through all the stages that I've been through. And it's improved my mental health because I don't have to worry. Without the extra support, my grades, well, I don't think will be as high.
My experience of being a mentor has been pretty amazing. Just passing on the knowledge that I've experienced from over my 3 years at university. Obviously, starting university is a pretty big thing in itself. It's quite nerve-wracking. You're being there for them in an academic way, but then also being there as like almost a friend for them as well. So having that relationship.
After a couple of weeks of being a peer mentee, my attitude completely changed. I was so comfortable being with my peer mentor. I got to choose who my peer mentor was. She's brilliant. She's really helped me along, really helped me to settle in. And that obviously carried over and helped me on my masters as well and made me feel more comfortable.
After a few weeks of being in the mentoring scheme, I found myself slightly outside of my comfort zone, but in a good way. I found myself working harder, wanting to be more social, and I found myself motivated and wanting to adapting better to the university life.
Looking back at the peer mentoring, it has helped me to organize myself and stop getting really frustrated when I could have other ways around things, look at things and just say, okay, this is what you've got to do your one day. Calm down and plan.
Being a peer mentor helped me find new skills within myself. I remember there was one student who was starting to go blind, and I started to have to type up some of their work, their handwritten notes, to the computer so that they could maximize it on the screen. And I found that I was actually quite good at and quite fast at doing that. So I learned new skills throughout peer mentoring.
The relationship I have with my mentee has really made me realise how important it is to be open-minded.
The more that I worked with students, I found myself wanting them to do better and being sort of inspired by their stories and their journey.
I've realised it's a two-way street and that I've learnt just as much from her. It's not just been me giving the support.
I would say it's unique because we share this will to perfectionate. In 20 minutes of meeting, we realized quickly that we were really alike.
The best thing about being a mentor, even though it's lovely to feel like I'm helping someone, the fact that we're learning from each other has been fantastic, and I have gained some experiences that will really help me in the future as well.
I think the best thing about having a mentees is that you feel less alone concerning all the issue that sometimes a student is confronted to. And in this case, you have someone to share this.
The only disadvantage I can see with the peer mentoring scheme is if someone did have social anxiety as opposed to what I have, which is generalised anxiety. I think it would be more difficult for someone with social anxiety to come out and meet a brand new person in the beginning. But I do think after a couple of meetings and after the reassurance, especially the reassurance that I had, it was fantastic.
Peer mentors are quite limited in their ability to deal with serious mental health issues. However, we are able to tell them where to go to look for the help that they need.
What I have learned from the experience of peer mentoring, a whole lot. I have learned, that there are so many people out there who are suffering and smiling in silence. And I have learned that if they just know that this opportunity is there, maybe things might just be a lot easier for them, because it has helped me a lot.
I have learned from this experience that everyone's help is valued, and that doesn't matter if you're on the same course, doesn't matter who you are, but just having someone there to talk to can be a massive help.
I think other schools in the university should offer it, because then it gives other students the opportunity to take it up. I don't think it's advertised enough. I feel there is a need for people to be made aware of it more, especially when we know the issues we're dealing with.
I think it would be really helpful for other students across the UK and beyond to have this opportunity, because the stresses and struggles of being at university aren't limited to just here, they are everywhere. And so I think it can make other students feel like they're not alone, and that we're all in this boat together, and that there are things you can do to help you in that journey and support you.
I really do believe that the peer mentor scheme should be done across all universities. It certainly helped myself. I know of other people that it has definitely helped, and particularly for someone who does have a mental disability, it has been invaluable to my success.
I not only think that it would be a great idea to have this process applied in UK and beyond. I think that's a process we must do.
For anyone watching this, in terms of supporting mental health through the peer mentoring scheme, just go for it. You're not going to lose anything. They're there to help you. Everyone is there to help you. They're only a message away. You can meet them as often or as little as you want, depending on your needs. That's really what I suggest, is just go for it.
If you want to improve your grades, the solution is here. It's called peer mentoring.
If I was to give a message of the peer mentoring scheme in terms of well-being, I would say that it really helped me. And if you ever find yourself with the opportunity to take part, then I highly suggest you do.